Good evening, my friends. This is Lisa, your favorite spoon bunny, welcoming you once again to the Life Spoontastic. And just so that you know, life is not all doom and gloom in the Spoon Bunny house. I'm here today to share with you a few tips and tricks. I call them Spoon Bunny's hat tricks on how to help you care for skin that may be a little hypersensitive like mine. We call it hyperesthetic skin or hyperesthesia. As I've mentioned before, that's one of our symptoms for RSD, CRPS patients in particular. But you may also see it in other disorders such as fibromyalgia, other, sort of neuroinflammatory disorders. And you may see it, in some other chronic illnesses, whether they be, strictly dealing with chronic pain or not. And so again, we're here to help you deal with your hyperesthetic skin. And so we are entitling this video, What's Your Superpower? I don't know if you can see my shirt today. It actually features Sunny, our CRPS chargeable again. And it says, I can feel a single hair land. What's your superpower? Well, that's mine. I can feel a mosquito land before she can bite me. I can feel just about anything land on my skin that would be nearly indetectable for just about anybody else. And so that comes with a lot of baggage, unfortunately. And it comes with, having to use some specialty products that help me and make me a little bit more comfortable as the days go by. And so, it's not all doom and gloom in the Spoon Bunny world. This is about not only helping you to cope with your chronic illness, but this is also helping you to learn to live with it better, because there is life after chronic illness, and it can be lived as long as you take special care of yourself and you are aware of what your needs are and where, you can take care of them. And so the first thing that I would like to dip into as far as my, Spoon Bunny hat full of tricks goes is, using laundry detergent that is not only, dye-free and fragrance-free, but is entirely non-comedogenic and is designed, quite frankly, for baby skin, because babies are super sensitive and they're precious, and they're, these little beings that we love to take care of and we love to pamper and we love to make sure that, only the best things and the softest things are there to touch their little skins, because they're very sensitive little creatures. And so, we as chronic illness patients kind of have to go back to being babied a little bit. And so the best product for me in particular when it comes to washing and drying my laundry is a cute little thing that I found. You can also use a product called Ivory Snow. That's also designed for babies, but the best one that I found for me personally is a detergent called Dreft. And that is, you see the little pink baby and cutesy pie on the front. This detergent is dye-free, fragrance-free, it's non-comedogenic, it's hypoallergenic, completely safe for even the smallest of human beings. And so it is designed to make your clothes so much softer and much more capable of being worn for lengthy amounts of time, and makes you more capable of dealing with not being naked. Because quite frankly, that's just that's not doable in the real world. And for someone to say, I can't deal with sleeves, that's the God's honest truth. For most days, I just cannot deal with sleeves. you'll see me wearing a dolman sleeve or, you know, a very short sleeve or even a tank most of the time. And even those have to be very, very soft. And made of fabrics that will not itch. Because the itchies and the, you know, the creepy crawlies they come with the territory when it comes to hyper-aesthetic skin. You also want to use, you know, your Downy Free and Clear fabric softeners, very important when it comes to hyper-aesthetic skin. And skincare for your face, that's a whole different ball of wax, and that is a whole different video that I might just get into another day, because it involves, you know, finding and experimenting and just working out what works for you. These are just the baseline, you know, of what I've learned to work with myself. And I have probably amongst the most sensitive skin on the planet when it comes to, oh my God, I can't stand having anything touch me. Even my own hair, you know, tends to get aggravating sometimes. And so I have to use shampoos also, and softeners, or conditioners rather, that are, you know, dye-free, fragrance-free, non-comedogenic, free of parabens if you can find it. Most of the time you can. And even if you have to go vegan in some cases, you might want to do that. But when it comes to doing that, I think I would be very, very careful. You know, a little bit of advice there. When it comes to using vegan products, you know, not all plants and herbs are made safe for the hypersensitive hide, so to speak. And so you want to, you know, sort of experiment, buy small containers at first, and experiment with what might work for you and what might not. You also want to work with, you know, sponges, natural sponges, natural meshes, things that will, you know, take away what needs to be taken away as far as getting rid of any old skin that you have, but at the same time taking care of you and making sure that you're not, you know, sort of using and abusing yourself in the process, and making yourself a little on the raw side. The other thing that I have found in particular that helps quite a great deal for me in particular is finding the appropriate bed sheets. And I looked for a really long time. You know, I've seen the ads on TV that have to do with, you know, the sports materials and the moisture wicking and things of that nature, but they're very, very expensive. It's almost prohibitively so. It's like $200 for a single set of sheets, and that's just craziness. I'm not going to ask my husband to spend that kind of money on on my super sensitive self. But a good compromise that I found for me in particular was a little find on Amazon. It's the Lux Club bed sheets, and these are bamboo. They're moisture wicking, which is very important when you have hyperhidrosis as a symptom. As I've said before, my absolute proudest moment, you know, sweating like a man while I'm sleeping, of all things, and not, you know, doing anything that would even remotely promote sweating. You know, here I am sweating during the night, and I have to have moisture wicking sheets that, you know, will draw that away from me and keep me from being, you know, soaked to the bone and ending up very, very cold as a result during the night. They're also, because they're bamboo, they're a natural material. They're very, very soft, and as always, extremely important for me in particular. The best bet, when in doubt, just buy a little of any one thing, buy one or two, or maybe even a travel size, to experiment, and that way you're not out a boatload of money if something just doesn't happen to work out very well for you. But when it comes to, the skin we live in, for chronic illness patients, it's a whole different animal to deal with. And so, the spoon bunny world has to, we have to learn to live with these things. And it's been fun, and it's been a learning process, but hopefully, I can help you save a few steps in your experimentations. If you ever have a question when it comes to trying out a product, perhaps I've tried it before, I can, offer you a bit of advice, a little bit of sage solutions for somebody who's been living this life for the last 5.5, almost 6 years. So that's just a little bit for today. More will follow when it comes to the hat tricks, particularly when it comes to saving spoons around the house. I hope, that my learning process over the last several years will help to shorten yours. And so that will do it for today, my friends. Until next time, this is the Spoon Bunny signing off. May your spoons be plenty and your troubles be few. Have a great day.